What's going on, guys? Kivox and Meekachii here, and this is our bi-weekly podcast-style video show about movies and TV shows. Also, what we're watching and finished watching. That was a long title. How are you going to fit that in the title thing for this? It's a big one.
Easy.
A lot of things happen. The end of December happened. Happy New Year, by the way, guys. I think this is the first. No, this is the second video this year. Yes, this is the second video that came out in 2022. Congratulations, we made it. Another year of wearing masks. Here we go, baby.
Hey, at least we're not like Canada where they're shutting everything down again.
Yeah, I mean, that's one good thing. One of the many reasons. Thank God we're not Canada. Just kidding, Canada. I love Letterkenny. We watched a lot of The Matrix in this past month. The Animatrix, we finished the other two, 1 and 2 in the last video. We watched the Animatrix, and we watched Matrix 3, and we watched the new Matrix 4. Well, we don't really need to dwell on Matrix 3 and the Animatrix. We didn't really love the Animatrix. There was only part 1 and 2 of the Renaissance of the thing, which tells like the history of the humans and the robots, which we don't even know how factual that is, because, you know, the winners always tell the story, right? Rewrite history type thing. And that was kind of being told by the robots. So it's like, how much of that was propaganda, you know? It could have been a little bit. We don't know. I'm sure the humans also aren't innocent in that situation.
I just feel like the Animatrix, besides those first 2 episodes, is like completely useless. Like,
well, there's little parts of the thing that kind of help, you know, develop the
and most of the art style is not my favorite.
That's
like,
true.
I didn't really like hardly any of the art style.
That's true.
Matrix 3 took us about like 3 weeks to finish watching because I got so bored and I just didn't care.
Yeah.
It was silly. Like, I don't know.
Let's do a quick little review of The Matrix 4. So,
I was super confused for like the first minimum 45 minutes.
Do you feel like
I felt like there were so many loopholes throughout the entire thing. We kept coming across things where we were like, well, why this and why not that and why this and why would this happen? And like, I don't understand what's going on.
I really wanted to like this movie. I really like the Matrix
hope they don't continue.
Universe. I think they'll only continue if it does well, which I believe it is not doing well, especially like critically and
box office
Well, it came out on what's it called too.
According to this website, The Matrix Resurrections earned just $3.825 million. That's on par with a 67% drop under far harsher conditions for Wonder Woman. Oh, I see, because Wonder Woman came out like during the pandemic, even though it's still whatever.
So we can clearly say it did not do very well.
Someone wrote, or they wrote, I like all 4 Matrix films, but it's clear that nobody wanted the 4th installment.
It definitely feels like it was not needed.
Yeah,
it was like, and it's weird to me because I don't understand why it was made. Like, after watching it, there were parts that I thought were better about it. There were some parts of the combat that I thought was like, okay, this seems cool, but it also didn't feel as well thought out, the combat. And there's also this big fight scene with the Merovingian, and it was just a mess. It was just like, people jumping around. It was way worse than the, like there's that classic fight scene from Matrix 2 with the Merovingians, like werewolves and vampires and the ghosts are chasing Morpheus and Trinity. That scene, I know it was weird and wire-worky and very much that like early 2000s fighting thing, but it was revolutionary for the time for the West, because it was very much that like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like inspired anime / all that stuff. But it just seemed like this movie, even with all the modern like things that movies know now, I feel like it could have been so much better. The story was interesting. It wasn't bad. I feel like it was the beginning of a TV show.
It was definitely, I don't know, I felt like it was unnecessarily confusing for too long. Like, I feel like there's something that they could have done to make it click a little more.
I think that there's a lot more footage that needed to be in the movie. I feel like, I know it wasn't a short movie, but it also wasn't long enough to tell this complex story that they were trying to explain, which isn't really complex, but it is, because there's a lot of layers to it. Certain weird things happened that I was just like, okay. It also seemed like it was trying to be like talking about how sequels and how the industry is. It was like trying to do. Can you stop hitting the mic, bro? It was trying to do something with telling like it had an agenda type thing, right?
Yeah.
Like movies, like sometimes they shouldn't make a sequel, but it was almost like the director was trying to say like, hey, sequels shouldn't be made sometimes when movies are done. But then like the studio didn't want to tell that story. So they're like, no, let's just edit it so that it's not really that. So I feel like there was some sort of message missed there. Maybe they'll come out with like a director's cut and it'll be like, oh, this makes way more sense now. I get it.
Maybe. I also don't understand where these numbers are coming from. Like, is this just opening day, opening weekend? It doesn't say. I mean, it does say that it didn't do well, but like, I don't know where that 3.825 million must be like just the opening weekend.
Which is
that's really low.
disgusting. That's really bad.
But like, it doesn't say. It says, I think it made 100 million global. That must be opening weekend. I can't tell. This website is bad. But anyway.
Well, okay, then let's find something actually like official.
All right. So opening, $12 million.
Domestic,
Okay, no, wait.
30 million. International,
Global.
75 million. Worldwide, 106 million.
Anyway, so that's really not that good, right? I mean, I guess I don't know what movies make.
Well, it all depends on the budget, really, and how much they spent on advertising. And we don't know how much they made from streaming as well. I don't know how much they made from HBO.
Yeah.
How much HBO lost. Okay. So according to the internet, the budget was 190 million. And that means that if they made 106 worldwide, that means that it was a flop. It was, and you got to realize that they probably on average, we don't actually know, but on average, you can say that they spend about the same amount on advertisements as it's not 100%, but you can just kind of get an estimate of it.
Then
and
they
like,
lost a lot.
So you can basically double it. So let's say the budget was 100 million. They spent 200 million on the movie.
Oh my God.
So
yeah, I can't think about it. Anyway,
so it was 100% a flop, which sucks because like this would have made a series, man. If they had made a series, they had taken 190 million and made a TV show out of it and told the same story over the span of 10 episodes or something like that on HBO, I think it would have done better. And maybe just make it a little bit of a side story. Maybe they find Neo at the end or something, you know. Maybe it's a little bit more about these new characters, and if they wanted to tell a new story, go that route as opposed to. It was weird. I didn't know the point of the. I was just like, is it about Neo? Is it about Trinity? Is it about these new characters that some of them seem pretty interesting? Bugs seemed pretty interesting. I was just like, I like her. She's cool. But
not necessary.
I don't know. So moving on to like good, right? We could say Hawkeye, really good.
We finished it.
It's another good show from Disney Plus.
A lot of people I hear are complaining about the end.
About the guy,
the thing that you complained about the second it happened, you're like, I really hope this
didn't happen. Yeah.
So a lot of people, I guess, are complaining about that, or at least what I'm seeing on Twitter. It may just be the people I'm following, but yeah, they don't seem to like that. But I enjoyed it overall. I thought the ending was cute. I just thought altogether, what really made that show was the interactions between the two main characters, and it was really good. Really, dog? Hey, stop. I feel like we've talked about it before.
Yeah,
There's not much else.
It's a watch. If you guys haven't watched it, you know what? I have a couple friends that I don't understand why I'm even friends with them anymore. Because like they're like, oh yeah, I like the Marvel movies. They're fine. They're cool. I like them. I watch all of them. And then I'm like, oh, you caught up to all the Marvel shows on Disney Plus? And they're like, it's just not my thing. You know, don't really care about those characters. And I'm like, what do you mean? First of all, great characters. I mean, like, what do you mean? Hawkeye, one of my favorite characters, favorite Avengers, probably my favorite Avenger, because he's great and he hates doing the Avengering, and I love it. You know what I mean? He just wants a simple life and just wants to relax and chill. But then, what else was there? Like, I really like. I'm not a big fan of Sam Wilson, the new Captain America. He's just like, he's a little too snarky.
I just
for
didn't
me.
really like that show with them.
I liked the show. I thought it was good. It set up the whole like Captain America thing and the new movie. I'm excited to see him as Captain America. I think that's going to be fun. Like, I think he's better as Captain America than he is as Falcon, you know, or Black Falcon, like they called him in the thing, which was funny. He's like, "Do I call you Black Kid?" When the little kid asked him if he was called Black Falcon, I was just like, nice. I don't know. I don't get why people don't watch him. You know, like you watch all of the Marvel movies, but you don't watch the Marvel TV series.
I feel like production-wise and direction-wise, they're not any worse than the movies.
Yeah, that's correct.
So I don't get why people would watch the movies
effects
and not
are like
that.
beautiful, and you know, and they're short. Like think about like WandaVision. There was nothing about the production of that show that made me like disconnected me, and I was like, oh, this CG looks like crap.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like all of the CG looked really good. Looked on par with the movie CG.
Agreed.
It probably wasn't as good if you nitpick and like really go in and pay attention to everything. We're gonna just skip It's Always Sunny because it's just more It's Always Sunny, you know? We watched some more of that. But then I
think we laughed a little more these last couple episodes, but
all right. So
Poops Creek.
Schitt's Creek. We talked about this in the last one.
We're liking it better now.
I hate it.
He hates the fact that he likes it.
I hate myself for liking it.
He wanted to hate it so bad. So did I, though. I didn't want to hate it, but we were hating it.
I wanted to like it, but then it was just like terrible. And then it slowly grew on us as characters went by.
They're finally developing the characters.
Way better.
Like, they really had no direction in the beginning.
They're much better. They're still very unlikable. I still drastically, metaphorically and figuratively don't like them.
What about
people?
I forget the daughter's name.
Alexis.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's the most annoying still. The mom is kind of
annoying. She's getting better though.
She
getting better.
Is.
Because it's like they're getting their like
niche or not their niche. No,
they're getting punished. I feel like they deserve what they have now, and it's like this is what I wanted. At the beginning, it was like she just kept getting everything she wanted. The whole first season, she just won. Besides being like, you know, losing their fortune, she just would win. Everything, she got the boy, she got the other boy, she dumped the boy for the other boy, and it was just like a disaster. I hated it. And I was just like, she doesn't deserve to win. She should lose. And then they started losing a little bit more, so it got better. For sure.
We finished The Witcher. I don't know why you didn't love it, because I really liked it.
I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was better than the first season. I liked the first season better.
I liked it. The storytelling was definitely more simplistic. Like, they didn't do all the timey-wimey jumping and, like, confusion. But I liked it a lot. I don't know. What
I would like to see in one of the Witcher fights that he fights a creature is, first of all, they always just take one Super Saiyan serum. It's always the same one that makes their eyes go black and they get whiter.
Yeah.
They kind of turn into zombie looking.
Like in the games and the books, there's supposed to be multiple potions essentially.
Yeah, like the sparrow, wolf or something. But okay, so I would love to see one where Geralt actually like spends an episode preparing, which it seems like this is not very much about The Witcher. It's about all of these characters, right? So the name of the show is a little deceiving because it's not about The Witcher or is it The Witcher? It's called The Witcher, right? It's not about The Witcher. It's about, he's like a main character in it, but it's just as much about Ciri and about Yennefer, pretty much them three. They're the main three characters, and it's about
this
their
had a
story.
lot of trysts in it,
but not really. It's
not
still
as much
about the other three.
You okay about the dog?
But yeah, I mean, I didn't dislike it. I would give it a 4. You know, still good. I really liked the first season. I liked the how they told the story. I liked the timey-wimey thing. The 3 converging storylines like meeting at the end of it. I liked that.
I thought they were gonna like change something. I don't know how to say it without spoiling it with Ciri.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were going to change something with her from the games and the books. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And they had me for a second, even as much as I would like to see that. But yeah, I don't like when they change things too much. I wonder how, what's the main guy's name? Henry Cavill thinks they're going with the story.
I'm sure he
Because
likes
like
it. He's like the biggest Witcher fan.
I know, but they're not telling it in the exact way the books are telling it. So I wonder how he likes that. And I haven't finished the book, so I personally don't know how.
What do you mean in the exact way that the book is done?
Like, I'm pretty sure they've changed some significant things from what I remember.
I mean, they changed Dandelion's name to
Yaskier,
which is, I guess, how you say dandelion in
Polish, yeah, I think. I don't even remember watching this. Oh, yeah, we watched a couple of episodes of this new show, The Silent Sea.
COVID. Not great.
Are we going to finish it?
I'll finish it by myself. It's like when we watched the Good Home or Good House or something like that. The Sweet Home. The one of like that apartment complex. And there's like those monsters. We watched the first couple episodes. You didn't like it, so I finished it by myself. Ended up really liking it.
I didn't give you permission to finish
Yes, you
this.
did. I said, "Do you care?"
No.
It was the one of those zombie things that you didn't like. Remember? Those monster
No, this
things?
I didn't give you
No,
permission.
not this. I'm saying
that I gave you permission.
Yeah, this is gonna be the same thing. We're gonna watch a couple more, and you're gonna be like, I don't really.
We're
care
gonna
about
continue
that.
watching it.
Are we?
Yeah.
So it's like a space thing, but like
it's intriguing though, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, until we figure out what's going on. And
However,
then it's gonna be like boring.
We found some hiccups.
Yeah, there's a lot of like weird like decisions when it comes to gravity on the moon. Like, why are they just walking in
slow motion? That was gravity.
They're not even walking in slow motion. They're literally just walking like this. Like, look, Meek, I'm on the moon.
Yeah.
Meek, join me on the moon, please.
Oh, sorry. Now we're on the moon, but we're talking normally.
Yeah, no, this is normal. Yeah, totally. A show that does it well is
the one you're watching without me.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
I love that show so much. It's One Small Step, something like that. It's a Disney it's a
HBO?
Apple TV show.
Are they coming out with another season
I
soon?
really hope so, because I'm super excited about it. I like how they do it too, because season 1 takes place in this time, and then season 2 they skip like a couple years. Then now it's this time period, and then season 3 is going to be a little skip forward again. And it's like, yes. And like, what's cool is that they started in like the original moon race, like Race to the Moon. Like when I think it was the Soviet Union and the US were trying to make it to the moon first. And the whole concept is, instead of, Neil and show my knowledge of space here. Instead of them being the first men on the moon, people on the moon, they weren't. So we lost the space race. And the space race then continues, and there's this basically.
So it's fictional. I thought it was based on legit.
Oh, it's great. It's awesome. And because the space race continues, like, technology develops differently. It's really cool.
I feel like we did like stall like really hardcore for like a long time in like our space knowledge, and like just now Elon Musk is starting to like bring it back.
Yeah, it's great. Now there's finally like a somewhat another space race now.
Yeah.
And it's freaking awesome. But like, so much technology came from that initial like Velcro.
Really?
Yeah, that came from NASA, dude. Like, Velcro's amazing. You know? There's so many like developments that come from that, and also another thing that really accelerates thing is war.
Technological advance.
Yeah, is war, but that one's not as cool as space. I feel like just a hair, not as great as space.
Letterkenny. So there's only 6 episodes, so we started and finished it.
And like a night, because they're like 20 minutes long, so 2 hours. And you can get through the whole season.
I think I liked it better than last season.
I feel like it had moments that were funny. It definitely.
I laughed more during this season than I did last season.
You?
Definitely.
Whenever Roald and Stuart are on screen, it's just great. When they were pretending to be British, that was like my favorite part of this whole season. It was so good.
They're definitely the best. I don't know. I definitely found this season funnier. However, it ended kind of abruptly without any like major thing at the end, so that might be a spoiler. But
every season always has like a big cliffhanger. But then what sucks is at the beginning of the next season,
there's like, man, him, whatever.
Just like, yeah, she's not actually pregnant. Like literally, I think one season it was like She was like, there was a girl that was like, I'm pregnant, and he's like, and it ends, and then the next season is like, oh yeah, no, she wasn't actually pregnant.
Yeah, I don't
It was
remember.
a false alarm or
But
something
anyway,
like that.
this season definitely started and ended strangely, but I enjoyed it. I did. I would give it 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah,
It
3.5
was
out of 5.
above average, but it was just like I feel like Letterkenny's earlier stuff is just funnier.
It's hard to continue to be funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's sadly enough, it is. I don't. Have we watched Critical Role?
Yeah, we finished that episode.
Oh, okay. We watched an
there was
episode.
one half of an episode that we were stuck on when a good character got introduced, and it's starting to get much better. Dude, it's freaking hilarious now.
Yeah.
Like, we laugh a lot while watching it.
I didn't fart. I promise. That was the dog jumping off my lap.
It got like boring for a couple of episodes, and then it bounced back pretty well. So I'm excited. I think it's coming back this week. They took last week off.
I hope so. I hope they took, I mean, they don't record live anymore anyway, so no big deal.
Yeah.
Which is nice for them because they can probably do like 2 episodes in one day if they needed to.
I don't know if they don't record live now. I know they didn't for the one that
I know they don't because they said that they're pre-recorded when they started this new season. They said that they're going to start pre-recording them and then releasing them on the days. But the it's still a live release. Everybody gets it at the same time.
Yeah.
But they're not recording at that time. It makes it a lot easier for them with their busy schedules and all that. They don't have to like be. Granted, for us, it's like 10 o'clock at night that they start streaming.
Yeah, we never watch it on the day
For
of.
them, since they're like in California, it's like 7. So it's a lot easier for them. But like still leaving the place at 10, and having to be there super late. So they could record during the day and chill.
Yeah, we
Their
can't.
set is beautiful
every
too.
time I try to watch it at 10, I'd fall asleep within
Have you seen
30
their
minutes.
set like that? Have you
It
paid
is
attention?
nice.
It's a beautiful
Yeah.
set. It's so cool.
So here's a bit of a surprising one. Cloud9.
I've been watching that show since it first
for
came
a long
out.
time, but
It ended
we
like
didn't
a year
know
ago
that it
or
was
2.
ending.
Yeah.
And then like literally we got to the last episode. I'm bawling my effing eyes out. You're looking at me like, why are you crying? I saw enough of that show to get connected to the characters, to know the characters. Like, I didn't watch the full thing with you, but I watched a decent amount.
30%.
Not 30%.
25.
Maybe like 70. I started watching like what, season 3?
I don't. Oh, okay. So
Something
there's
like
only
that.
6 seasons.
No, then season 2.
And you didn't watch every episode.
No, but you had it on in the background
50%.
while I was in the room, so I
50%.
heard it was. Anyway, I didn't expect to like. Well, first off, we didn't know it was the last episode, but I didn't expect to have like all the feels. Anyway, it made me cry.
It was a good show. It's fun. Nothing serious.
They knew
It's
when to
fine.
end it.
They knew when to end it. They knew when to end it.
It's a big thing.
That sounds weird to me, but it's correct English.
Then there's actually going to be 2 shows that we watched or whatever that we're going to talk about in the Wand review video that comes out Saturday. That's the Harry Potter special on HBO.
The
that
anniversary
came out.
special that came out on the 1st.
And then we watched the tournament also.
Which came out on HBO on the 1st, but I guess it came out somewhere else
Previously,
before. And yeah, go check that out if you guys like Wand stuff and
Harry Potter stuff.
Harry Potter stuff. That'll be on there.
And then the last thing we watched is we randomly started watching Station 11 last night.
Which
like
is
a
a
few
great
episodes.
show.
It's pretty good.
It's so good. I really liked it. I wasn't expecting to like it. I don't really like know what's gonna happen next. There's some mystery, and it's like, what? And I wish you hadn't told me that it was about that specific thing before I went in, because I was just like,
That's not a
I
spoiler.
know what this is about.
Like, everyone knows that.
Now I didn't. So what am I? Not everyone?
No, it's just like I didn't think I was spoiling anything for you.
You spoiled it for me, and I was depressed for
Anyway,
about 5 minutes.
I'm liking it. I really do like it. I'm engaged. I want to know what's going to happen. The only thing I can say is like I'm not loving one of these story arcs. Kind of. Some of the characters in it are just annoying and just like it's not my kind of thing, so I don't like it, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But one of the arcs, not my favorite. The rest of it, I'm really enjoying. It's got a lot of like mysterious things to it, like is this real? Is this not real? And I don't know. I'm really enjoying it.
I like it though. I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah, we kind of just started watching it blindly, but I do have the book. I have not read the book, but I really would like to know if you guys have read it and watched the show, how accurate it is. I have nothing to compare it to, so I'm just interested to know if it's accurate or not. I'll probably still read the book someday, but yeah. Are you okay? She's like, what?
She's a puppet. Look.
Oh,
She went.
I think that was this dog.
No, it was her.
Oh no, you poor Tinky.
All right, guys. I guess that's it. We'll see you guys in this style of video in about 2 more weeks. Apparently, this comes out on Wednesday, so that Wand review will be coming out this Saturday. We're doing videos Wednesday and Saturday for the foreseeable future until something changes. So we kind of got a schedule going for this year, baby. Hopefully we stick to it.
If there's any kind of videos that you guys recommend we do that we haven't done yet, whether they're book related or whatever nerdy other stuff related, let us know. Because we're looking for some video ideas.
Always. Just like Snape. All right, Meek, say bye.
Bye.
Bye.